Okay, so turns out that it's a damn hard to get a good screenshot of Factorio. So we're gonna do a quick tour of my monster factory. Um, I have probably put 300 hours into this damn thing, so it is not reflective of like an early game thing. But here we go. I am going to turn on. I'm going to press a button, and it's going to make things a little bit more chaotic. But there we go. Now it's showing contents. You know what? Maybe not. That's a lot of visual information that is not necessary. So I have scrolled out. This is kind of my main base. You can see that it's labeled main base. All of these yellow things are storage. They are full of junk. I've got a lot of construction going on. And the only construction going on here still is stuff I haven't outsourced. So small scale stuff, a little bit of oil refining and sorting. But the real sorting happens here at the sorting station, where a monstrous number of robots unload a monstrous number of trains into various bins and sort all of the resources, which are then transported to more train stations, where they are picked up for, like, this is the raw material, so this is what goes into building everything else. We've got stone. I've got another one for iron. Unlike the stone, I don't use a lot of, so it's all full. The iron is regularly in need of more. I've got copper. And I've got coal, and coal's you don't use as much coal late game as you do early. There's also a little one for uranium somewhere here, yeah, up here, because again you don't use a lot of uranium, and I don't mine a lot of uranium. So after you mine resources, you have to smelt them, and this was an early copper smelter I built. It's unloaded, and I've got multiple layers, and they go and they belt onto this train. Like all the other ones, I've got these, and I've got lots of waiting space. But that's not how I do it now. Where is a full size? Where's a full size thing? I know there's one around here. I haven't played in a few weeks. Right. Oh, this is the same size. Maybe I'm only doing it this size. Anyways, I've got lots of them. And then because depending on what I'm building at any given time, I might have more or less of what I need. I have these buffer stations. This buffer is currently pretty much... Wait, no. It's mostly full. So there's some circuit logic, which... makes the receiving station open when there is no other station open for receiving iron. Because everywhere that needs iron has a station called receiving, and then I have trains that go from iron shipping to iron receiving. That was Thomasin. Say meow. She's a pain. But she's my favorite kitty. And then when there's anywhere that needs iron, the receiving station shuts off and the shipping station opens, so long as there's enough to fill a train. I did this part because there's a problem with trains will stop if they don't have a station to go to, and that's not the behavior they used to have. They used to just skip that station and go to the next one, so they would all automatically go to their home station again, and this was a workaround, and it's nice because it means I have buffers, and I have buffers for all of the main resources. God damn cat. So I need electricity, and electricity is done by my giant nuclear reactor thing. I will be right back, because I don't believe in editing at all, and this cat is a lot. Go away. Where'd you go? I stole this design. Well, I stole this design. I copied a blueprint offline because I didn't feel like figuring out the optimal way of doing nuclear power. And this got rid of the problem I had where I kept needing just enormous numbers of solar farms that were, frankly, just too annoying to build. So, nuclear fuel is shipped here, again with the same kind of station logic. And, well, it's not shipped here. It's more complicated. It doesn't matter. And the nuclear power generating, or nuclear fuel generating station is one of my favorites. We have here fuel or raw uranium unloaded and harvested, and it goes in this loop thing through all these centrifuges. And the centrifuges, they're not all used. If I get everything full, then they'll all be used. But I like a little bit of extra, and they'll output all of the two kinds of refined uranium, which are then sorted and sent through more loops. And these ones are sent through loops because I need the surplus of both to go to different places to build the nuclear fuel for the reactors, as well as this section here builds that. No, that section here, it builds the fuel for all my trains. We're gonna look at at least one more. What do you call it? Yes, circuit 1. So, kind of like the things you need to build late game are circuits. So, this is the basic type. It takes iron and copper. They go through these, and this is a design I built like 100 hours ago. If I was going to do it now, it would be so much more massive and impressive. But just like and I would try and utilize it so all of the resources are constantly used. But they go and they get concentrated, and these are almost full, so I'm pretty happy with them. And they go and they fill up this train, and all of my train stations have the same logic to them. When there is enough material to fill every single car without waiting, it will enable the train stop so that the train can then come and pick up material. And I have multiple stations so that there's always a place for the trains to go. It cuts down on waiting, and I make up for it with very large train stops. Ugh, damn cat! She wants attention, and I'm not usually awake at this time, so she's being a pain. Yeah. Hi. Pretty girl. What she really wants is to go outside and fight birds. So now we're going to go to Circuit 2. I think Circuit 2 is here. No, I haven't played in a while. It's very similar, so we're just going to skip to Circuit 3. Circuit 3 is a lot more complicated. I remember where Circuit 2 is. Circuit 2 was the first kind of mega station I built. Here. Yes. Oh, it's not even producing anything. That's not ideal. Oh my god! Damn it, cat! No. Bad. I'm just going to stack stuff in her way so that she can't go where she wants to go and be a nuisance. No, you can't fit! I don't trust her. I don't trust her one bit. Nope, she's trying. You're going to break stuff, and then I'll have to clean it, and neither of us want that. It'll be loud, and it'll be noisy, and you will be sad and upset. Ah, I'm getting bit. There. Okay. So this is the first station I built with like multiple train stops.
She got stuck in a blanket somehow, and then she fell on the floor, and now she's panicking. She doesn't like enclosed spaces. Yeah, so this needs more plastic. The plastic it's kind of the thing I was working on last time I quit playing. But I like these. This is my design for mixing multiple things onto a single belt, which is required often. What else is cool? Well, just like the sheer size. Like this is the whole of the map I've played, right? And what's a good thing for scale? A new interesting thing. We'll go here. This is, I think, the copper storage. So it's the size of the cursor on this map, and its scale is like this. These don't really. These are supposed to tell me the number of things in it, and they don't update fast enough to really be useful. But also, I don't know. I shouldn't even care about even the hundreds digits, maybe even the thousands. But whatever. So that's the scale of this, and I think that's probably what anyone would be most interested in. And this is by far, oh, for fuck's sakes, look at all this. Look at this train disaster. Look at this train disaster I built. I built these two close together, and now they get stuck. That is a problem for me in the future. But the train thing I'm doing here isn't the most efficient way to play. I just like building trains. So that's kind of why I've done it. So the point of the game is to launch a satellite into space. Like, that's the win condition. And I have apparently done that over 500 times, in addition to launching 50 orbital ion cannons, which is a mod I use to automatically clean the enemy biters out, because they can be kind of fun as a challenge, but at this point I just have too many borders to defend, and I find that kind of tedious. So as I explore new areas, they just wipe out everything, and it's better for me. So we looked at that already. This was a failed experiment for a new main base. I didn't like it. It relied on robots too much, and in the community, robots are kind of seen as cheating, and I don't hold with that, but I do prefer trains. So I use robots in my sorting station, in my storage stations, and in my main base. But the main base is less and less useful as I build more of these factory outposts. Both are storage. That's kind of boring. This was my original sorting base. It's got a lot of I pointed with my hands like that's useless. This isn't even useful anymore. Like, I cut out the train here because I didn't want to use. Well, there was too many trains here, and I couldn't handle it. And the only way to deal with it was to go and spend I think 15 hours building this giant stupid base. And honestly, it probably wasn't a good use of time. It needs more exits. It needs more efficient ways to get the trains out. And I built all my stuff too close to really fix that, but I don't super care. It works fine. If you're looking to play the autosave in a reasonable sized map, it takes a lot less time. Oh, this is an interesting one. What am I making here? I tried for a while to label them all better. Oh, this is a type of science. So it needs apparently coal and iron, and then more iron and copper, and then that looks like steel. Yeah, steel. And then more. Oh no, that's the output. That's the result. That's the thing. So we got to make. Oh, this is the military science. So this makes the. I need this to make walls. Sorry, the cat is really getting on my nerves. She's so cute. I can't. Oh, I can't pilot the mouse. I need both hands. I'll throw photos of her up somewhere so you can enjoy this cute sight. Yeah, those are walls, and then excuse me. I need build grenades, and then I think I have. Yeah, then I combine them so that they're all in the, like, I get 1 and 1 on each, because that's the way you need to do it. And then somewhere else, apparently, I'm building. Oh, that's just ammunition. There's. Apparently, I'm bringing in ammunition. No, I'm manufacturing. Oh fuck! Oh yeah, this is a good one because I'm manufacturing regular ammunition. And then I'm upgrading it to a better kind of ammunition, and then the combined grenades and walls with the ammunition are manufactured into the science packs here. And you consume science packs to research more stuff. And at this point in the game, I am just researching more stuff to use all the resources because it's a throughput challenge. Even though there's nothing. Well, there's nothing going on here because all the stations are a red station name is a disabled station. So there's no need. They're full. They're turned off. They can't accept a full train full of resources without stalling the train, so they're shut off. And so that's why there's nothing going on here. And part of the reason there's nothing going on is because of that stupid loop we discovered earlier. And then we got a situation like this where... Oh, this is a nothing station. This is a work in progress. It is supposed to be the research station, but I have two kinds of science I am not... that are still only manufactured at the main base and not in the network. And if they're not manufactured in the network, they can't be transported into the network. So, yeah, it's not exactly a well-designed thing. These are bad. But originally I had one going clockwise and one going counterclockwise, and I found that left turns just slowed things down too much, so I now just have these gratuitous double lines everywhere, and I'm not sure if that's more efficient or not. And at some point I just started building giant bridges because I had the resources and I just needed to use them. Yeah, that's the base. I was gonna take you on a train ride, but the train was all broken and I kept getting stuck. Yeah. I generally, like, you've seen, like, this. I like it. I like the symmetry of it, and it works. So I just copy and paste it wherever I need it. Same with this. Like, this is my basic design for a 3-ingredient or 4-ingredient recipe, because I can fit 2 things here instead of the 1. And I like the symmetry of it. I like how regular and neat it looks. And it still lets me have the things coming out the far side, which normally I prefer because the close side it's really crowded. And honestly, I have torn down very large stations because I didn't like the symmetry or the look of it. I still have some ugly ones, but as I have written about a little bit, I have an unhealthy relationship with this game. It is by far my favorite game in the whole world, but I play obsessively. And at some point, like probably around the 50-hour point, building becomes a lot less of a chore once you get personal robots, and I have just an appalling number of mods installed, which further improve their their usefulness, and, well, everything's usefulness, but also kind of the difficulty. So I didn't place most of the things on this map. My robots did, and I just put giant, like, screen size blocks down. But it's, even still, it's a lot. It's a lot. We're just gonna go visit one last time the main base, and I've got these little stations that bring the resources in on this lovely multicolored belt. At one point, I was going to rebuild all of the stations so that the colors in the belt looked better, like a rainbow or something. And I might still do that, but that's just a lot of work for literally no gain. So I don't know. And then this little thing here, it's going off to the old sorting station, which still acts as a kind of the two sorting stations, the one for mined things, and then the other. Basically, every station with robots, which can take stuff from my character's inventory, has to be able to reject stuff that doesn't belong there, and it all eventually goes to the sorting station, which then sends it to where it's supposed to go. And this station also takes stuff from its robot inventory to remove stuff that doesn't belong here, which is like the natural resources, and pretty much that's it. And then robots take it, robots build it. Yeah, I fucking don't even know what's going on here. Oh, that's another design. Yeah, we'll show you that. That'll be the end. We'll show you the refinery. So I got the basic refinery here, and I don't even honestly know if it's working right now because I haven't looked at it for a while, because I've replaced it with ineffective, but I think it's cooler refinery that stores everything in barrels all the time, and uses robots to do it because I like robots. So sorry, cat again. No. Hi. You're such a pretty little girl. So, everything is refined, but also here, oil is cracked into what? Light oil, heavy oil, light oil, and gas, and I put them all in barrels here because it's a dumb system, but it lets me use belts instead of other things, and I think belts look cool. And it keeps going because this is, like, I gotta rebuild this because it was haphazardly designed. And this is unloading oil barrels into these tanks so that it can be refined. And then here, I sort out every single kind of barrel, and they go to the trains that transport the oil to where it is used for whatever it's used for. But they all have overflows, and the overflows get pushed up. I was expecting to be walking, and it was much faster. The overflows still remain sorted mostly, and the gas gets recycled back in because gas is the thing we use the most. Like, I think 80% of, at this point, of the stuff I use is gas. It's what I used to make plastic, so my plastic bottleneck requires me making more gas, which is where we're going to next. So all of these things, including the extra gas that had no home, and then there gets here, and then there's more going on down at the old sorting station with all of these empty barrels. But I'm going to ignore that because it's kind of a nightmare that needs to be fixed. So up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go, and now I sort out one of the kinds of oil, and I have a giant. God damn it! I have a giant, like a really large loop, so that all of that oil is just constantly being cracked into gas, which then inefficiently goes back down to that sorting station to be rejected back up if it's full. Because, as I said, it's the most important thing. And then I take off the heavy oil, and then that gets put out as light oil, which goes back
and is directly deposited into that. And then all of the light oil... Nope, sorry. This is separating off all of the empty barrels to go back into the empty barrel recycling. And then all of the petroleum barrels go this way. And eventually they work their way back into the stupid thing. They eventually work their way to the place where I make plastic, but it's not efficient, and I need like 5 times more manufacturers. Anyways, this has now gone on much longer than I intended, and it was in much more detail than just showing you, hey, here's my stupid factory. Ooh, circuit 1 again. That's not right. There's a lot of problems going on here. But that's the factory. I think it's pretty neat. Cat's coming back. So I think we're going to call it there. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Thomasin is happy too.